Hi folks, it's the 8th of December and what you hear in the background is that we're gonna go out on a training run. So the dogs that are not on the line are excited and wanting to go and want to join. In the last video that you saw that we got snow, but we're living in weird times, so this is about what we have left. More or less just ice and slush. We're in this weird microclimate because 20 minutes up the road where our friends live, they got snow instead of rain. It was raining 2 days and they got snow instead. And 20 minutes further down from where we are, it's even less snow because they got even more rain and more warm temperatures. But we still have to deal with this, and even if it's not that fun, we still need to train dogs. We just let 2 of the girls that are in heat out. We're gonna take them with us, or I'm gonna take them with me. Rosa here, she's been running in a little bit of a funny way, so we're trying her on in a half harness today, so not a full X-back harness, and we're gonna run her without a neckline to see if it is a little bit more comfortable for her, or if we can see a change in her way of running. And then she's running with Frost. Does she smell nice, Frost? Most of our girls are coming into heat now, so it's that time of year. Huh? Will you be able to focus on running, Frost? Frost? Will you be able to focus on running? We'll see about that. So Rosa is not used to running without a neckline at all. So she might be a little bit everywhere. We'll see how it goes. Are you starting to smell good, Rosa? Rosa? Yeah, probably. But she's figuring it out. She knows the direction that we're going in, at least. So out on the trail, it's actually not as bad as it is back in the kennel. That's of course that we're not out here that often. Then there's a few hunters that go out here, or forest owner that drives out here, but that's about it. So the snow is quite okay. Is a little bit overselling it. It's better than it is down in the kennel, at least. That's for sure. The dogs doesn't really mind how everything is. They just want to run. As you can hear, Ruth is very vocal about it. And this is Ruth. Huh? And her mother, Prada. So yeah, training is still on. There's no change in that. It's just that we're waiting for snow so that we can actually go out on sleds and go out onto the trails that we want to be on. Frost, we're gonna go. Take it a little bit easy. Well, I guess I have to continue. I guess one good thing with the lack of snow, it's easy for me to get out and chop trees or fell trees, so we can have for firewood later. I'm just pulling this polka behind me with the chainsaw and some other things just down the road. Our house is over there, but we have some land on the other side of the road. It's just easier to walk on the road here. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna start felling trees, making caches so I can come and pick them up with the dogs later, take them back home, and in the spring we'll cut it up for firewood. So I was actually out a few days ago and got a little bit of a head start on the tree felling, and I've bucked it up to sled size pieces that we can just put down into the sled and then take them out with the dogs. On a few spots, you see some of them are leaning up against the tree if it's not that much. It's really just so that I can see it even if it's a lot of snow, so I don't have to go looking for it or put anything else out. I've got one over here, one behind me, one over there, and then one against this big tree as well, and then there are some against another tree over there. It's I'm not doing it the whole day because of course we only have a few hours of daylight, so I'm getting some effective hours in here and there during the winter, and now is as good a time as any since we don't have that much snow. It might be hard to imagine now when there's snow and so much like brush from different trees, but this all used to be a field. Same thing up there, it's a little bit more clear, and on the other side of this birch tree line there's also a field. So what I'm doing now is that I'm thinning out this whole part here. It's quite a lot of trees. I'm thinning it out, taking the birch for firewood for us, of course, and hopefully whenever we have the possibility, when we can get some sheep or goats or something like that, this will be a nice area for them to be located in. It's quite a big field area, but yeah, will take some work. Slowly but surely, I'm getting more and more trees down. I think we counted last year that we need about 70-75 trees in a 20 centimeter diameter roughly per year to be able to heat our house comfortably without having to worry. So I haven't kept count on how many trees I've taken down actually. Hopefully I'll take down enough. So there is a fair bit of wood to haul together. It's a couple trees here, 4 trees over there, some over there that's laying. So it's not too much, but it needs to get done. So earlier this week, or actually on Monday morning, I sent an email to the manufacturer of the sled that I have, that I had a problem with the handlebar in the end of last winter season. And on Wednesday, when the postman came, I had the new part that I was looking for, free of charge, because they said that they had a problem that's similar to the one that I have on another sled before, so they were happy to send a new part for me. It's not a big deal, or it's not a big part in any way, but it's been a little bit annoying since there are 2 pins inside the handlebar. I'm gonna pull the sled in and you guys can have a look, that are sort of coming out from where they are sitting. And they said that they got a batch of pins that the heads of them weren't big enough, so once they start to move they tend to slide out. So I'm gonna bring this sled in and sort out that little problem. So this is a Axaeco Kungen sled. I actually won a sled from this company last year on the Sled Dog Symposium in Kiruna. But it was a sprint style sled, and since we're not really doing any sprint style mushing, I asked the owner, Henry, if I could trade it in and pay the difference in price for the sprint sled that I had to get this one instead. And it didn't take too long and he agreed to it, and I am very thankful that he did, because I really enjoy driving this sled. It is very flexible, doesn't have the biggest basket, hasn't been a problem yet, but man, it's a fun drive for sure. So I'll show you here real quick. I taped it. So in here there are pins, because you can see you can move the handlebar quite a bit. It's very comfy when you're driving. So in here where the joints are, the pins are starting to sort of wander out. So that's what I'm gonna sort out. And I got this. The rubber was what I got. Very thankful. Very good company to work with. But yeah, can't wait to get it out. But yeah, it's standing a little bit funny. But as you can see, it's a little bit dirty. It's because one of our dogs, she decided to dig a hole in underneath the sled where it's been standing this summer, or underneath Hannah's sled actually. So this one right here got all the dirt on it. And before I take it in, I'm actually gonna get a water can with hot water and just rinse this off as much as I can. Let's unwrap this and see what we can find. I don't know if you can see. I'll see if I can show you. So I'm gonna undo this foam, hammer them a little bit so that they get a bit more round, and then put it back together. That mushroomed very nicely, so that pin should not be a problem whatsoever anymore. Good, that wasn't harder than that. Sometimes it's nice when it's not too big of a problem.
Very upset. If you've seen the other video that we posted earlier this year, this was already frozen. We couldn't quite get across safely, but at least we had a few centimeters of ice. It's all gone. So it's really upsetting. 12th of December.
So today we're training 12 dogs. We actually moved to the homestead just 1.5 years ago, so we've slowly increased the amount of dogs we've taken on the runs to make sure that our trails are suitable and that we feel comfortable handling the length of the team, because it creates quite a long team with 12 dogs. You see the lead dogs is all the way over there somewhere, so it's taken a little bit of time, but we have with us, we have Banjo and Musco, Nyalla and Nelly, Humlan and Nola, Ruth and Prada, Rosa and Frost, and Shaggy and Wolf. Shaggy is the loud one. As you can see, it's snowing right now, but as you saw a little bit earlier, the creek is still open. So we don't really know, like this year is a proper poop show for everyone, I think. and we can just hope that the next year and this coming decade will be a little bit better than the end of this decade. It's beautiful though when it's snowing, but we're really hoping for proper cold degrees so that the creek will actually freeze over, so we can take the trail that we've been working on this winter. There are alternatives for us, but we'll see how this winter actually pan out. That's it for this video, folks. I'll see you next time.